from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Baltimore Ravens versus Carson Wentz and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. Offense ready to get back into gear. 4-0 through the first month of the season. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout. Been a good season for him so far, as you see the numbers there on your screen.
Yeah, when you take a look at those numbers, they jump off the screen a little bit. Over 700 yards for the season now. A strong finish. We could be talking about Pro Bowl at the end of this.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is Parker, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll look to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Ravens in the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
On play action, Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here taken in by Parker. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. A field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So you really want it.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a gain of 34.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Second down and goal. Tannehill. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one. And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill, a quick throw, but incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Here we go on 4th down. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Tannehill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
And now here come the Ravens. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll start on the ground here on first down, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Joe Burrow, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half?
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Right back to him on first down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And that flag accepted. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stop.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know. Maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack. But you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game. And trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 24. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, at least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He finds Bateman over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Ready to take over. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And
I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to throw here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he showed why he was so coveted.
And the Ravens taking the field.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. At 20. Deep. Right. Deep.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Baltimore, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.